Welcome. Today we're exploring the top 5 rare United States of America commemorative quarter dollar coins, each valued for different conditions, distinctive mint marks, and special designs that collectors love. From early commemorative style issues to low mintage state and special edition quarters, these coins can be worth far more than face value depending on whether they're circulated, uncirculated, or proof condition. Mint marks like P, D, S, and special finishes play a major role in determining rarity and collector demand. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America commemorative quarter dollar Oregon 2005 coin, struck without a mint mark and found today in circulated condition, carries a story far richer than most people ever imagine. By 2005, the state quarters program had become a true national phenomenon. What started as a curiosity had turned into a shared experience across the country. People from all backgrounds were checking their change, saving coins, and talking about designs. The Oregon quarter arrived during this mature and exciting phase of the program, bringing with it a powerful sense of natural beauty and frontier spirit. The front of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design that connects every quarter across decades. Even in circulated condition, his image remains instantly recognizable. The gentle wear on the surface tells a story of movement and purpose. This coin lived in pockets, cash drawers, and wallets, playing its role in everyday life while quietly carrying history along the way. When you turn the coin over, Oregon's identity comes alive. The reverse design celebrates the state's breathtaking natural landscape, symbolizing freedom, exploration, and the untamed beauty of the American West. Although circulation has softened some of the finer details, the heart of the design remains strong and expressive. It reminds us of forests, rivers, and open skies that define Oregon's character. The absence of a mint mark is an important detail. This tells us the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic mints in the nation. For collectors, a coin without a mint mark is not missing something, it is declaring its origin. That small detail links this quarter directly to a long tradition of American coinage. Circulated condition gives this Oregon quarter honesty and charm. The marks, light scratches, and smoothness are not flaws but evidence of a real journey. Many collectors appreciate circulated coins because they feel alive. They are not frozen in time, but shaped by it. Each sign of wear is proof that the coin was used during a time when millions of people were actively engaging with their change. There is also a deep sense of nostalgia attached to state quarters like this one. The Oregon 2005 quarter can instantly transport someone back to the early 2000s, a time when finding a new state design felt exciting. It recalls moments of learning geography through coins, saving quarters in albums, and sharing discoveries with family and friends. Oregon holds a special place among the states. It represents exploration, independence, and natural wonder. That spirit is captured in this quarter, making it more than just a piece of metal. It becomes a symbol of a place and a feeling, preserved in everyday currency. As years pass, fewer Oregon quarters from 2005 remain clearly identifiable in circulated condition. Many have become worn smooth or lost entirely. Those that survive continue to tell the story of a nationwide collecting movement and a period when Americans connected with their history through small, everyday objects. This coin reminds us that value is not always obvious at first glance. Sometimes it grows quietly through time, shaped by history, emotion, and collector interest. What once seemed common can become meaningful simply because it represents a shared moment in time. So the next time you come across a United States of America commemorative quarter dollar Oregon 2005 coin without a mint mark, take a moment to pause. Look closely at its surface, think about where it has been, and appreciate the story it carries. You might be holding more history than you expect. In rare and exceptional situations, this Oregon quarter has been associated with a value of $45,000. Next up, the United States of America commemorative quarter dollar Virginia 2000 coin with the D mint mark has a way of changing that feeling the moment you truly look at it. This coin represents more than everyday money. It represents history, pride, and a powerful beginning that shaped an entire nation. The year 2000 marked a new chapter in American coinage. It was a time when the commemorative state quarters were capturing attention everywhere. People from all walks of life began checking their change, not out of habit, but out of curiosity. The Virginia quarter stood out because it honored a state often called the birthplace of America, and that title alone gives the coin a special presence. On the front of the coin, George Washington appears as he has for generations, calm, and dignified. In very fine condition, his portrait remains clear and well-defined. The fine details in the hair and facial structure are still visible, showing only light signs of circulation. This balance between use and preservation makes the coin especially appealing, as it reflects real history without losing its beauty. Turning the coin over reveals the powerful reverse design dedicated to Virginia. The famous ships symbolize courage, exploration, and the earliest foundations of the United States. Even with gentle wear, the design remains strong and meaningful. Each line and shape tells a story of determination and vision, reminding us how far the nation has come. The D Mint mark adds another layer of interest. Struck at the Denver Mint, this small letter connects the coin to a specific place and process. For collectors, mint marks matter deeply because they create variety and identity. A Virginia quarter with a D Mint mark feels distinct, as if it carries its own signature from the moment it was created. Very fine condition places this coin in a desirable space between new and worn. It has clearly circulated, yet it still holds sharp details and original character. Many collectors prefer coins like this because they show authenticity. The light wear proves the coin was part of everyday life during a historic moment when Americans were actively rediscovering coin collecting. The Virginia Commemorative Quarter also carries emotional weight. It reminds people of the excitement of the early 2000s, when finding a new state design felt like a small victory. Families saved these coins, children learned geography through change, and simple quarters became tools of education and connection. This coin is not just metal. It is a snapshot of national pride. Virginia's role in American history makes this quarter feel timeless, even though it comes from a modern era. The combination of design, condition, and meaning gives it a presence that goes beyond its size. As years pass, fewer Virginia 2000 quarters remain in very fine condition. Many have become heavily worn, lost, or removed from circulation. Those that survive with clear details and balanced wear become more noticeable to collectors who understand what they represent. Coins like this teach us that value is not always loud. Sometimes it grows quietly, supported by history, symbolism, and collector interest. What once passed through countless hands as ordinary change can later be recognized as something far more significant. The Virginia Commemorative Quarter Dollar from the year 2000 with a D Mint mark stands as a reminder that history can live in your pocket. It shows that even small objects can carry big stories, waiting for the right moment to be appreciated. In rare and exceptional cases, this commemorative quarter has been associated with a value of $45,000. Next up, the United States of America Commemorative Quarter Dollar Maryland 2000 coin with AP Mint mark, found in circulated condition, carries a story that stretches far beyond its size. It represents history, pride, and a time when Americans across the country began to see their everyday change in a completely new way. The year 2000 was a special moment in modern coinage. The state quarters program was still fresh, and excitement was everywhere. People checked their pockets, jars, and wallets with curiosity, hoping to find new designs. The Maryland quarter quickly caught attention because of its bold and detailed reverse, celebrating one of the original colonies with deep historical roots. On the front of the coin, the timeless portrait of George Washington reminds us of continuity and tradition. Even in circulated condition, his image remains strong and recognizable. The slight smoothing on the surface shows that this coin lived an active life, passing from hand to hand, from store to store, becoming part of countless everyday moments. The reverse side is where Maryland's identity truly shines. The design reflects the state's rich heritage and symbolism, standing out among the early state quarters. Although circulation wear may have softened some of the finer details, the overall design remains powerful and meaningful. This side of the coin tells a story of legacy, unity, and pride that resonates even years later. The P Mint mark reveals that this quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a place deeply connected to the nation's early history. For collectors, this small letter is more than just a mark. It is a connection to the birthplace of American coinage, adding depth and identity to the piece. Circulated condition gives this Maryland quarter authenticity. It shows honest wear, light marks, and a surface shaped by real use. Many collectors appreciate coins like this because they are real survivors. They were not hidden away. They were part of daily life during a time when millions of people were rediscovering coin collecting without even realizing it. This coin also carries nostalgia. It reminds people of the early 2000s, when finding a new state quarter felt exciting. Children learned state names through coins, families saved them in albums, and simple change became a shared national experience. The Maryland quarter was part of that cultural moment. As time passes, fewer of these coins remain clearly identifiable in circulated condition. Many have become worn beyond recognition or removed from circulation. Each remaining example becomes a small time capsule, preserving the excitement of the program's early years. Coins like the Maryland 2000 quarter teach an important lesson. Value is not always immediate. Sometimes it grows quietly through history, symbolism, and collective memory. What once seemed common can gain importance as years go by and stories become more meaningful. This quarter stands as proof that even everyday money can hold deep significance. It connects the past with the present, reminding us that history is not only found in museums, but also in our pockets. So the next time you come across a United States of America Commemorative Quarter Dollar Maryland 2000 coin with a P mint mark, take a moment to look at it closely. Notice the wear, the design, and the story it carries. You may be holding more than just spare change. In rare and exceptional cases, this coin has been linked to a value of $45,000. Next up, the United States of America Commemorative Quarter Dollar Georgia 1999 coin with the D mint mark, found today in circulated condition, is exactly that kind of hidden storyteller. The year 1999 was unforgettable in U.S. coin history. It marked the launch of the state quarters program, a moment when Americans suddenly became curious about the change in their pockets. The Georgia quarter was among the very first to appear, making it part of a landmark moment. When this coin entered circulation, it did not just represent money, it represented a fresh idea that brought history, geography, and pride into everyday life. On the front of the coin, George Washington's familiar portrait stands as a symbol of continuity. Even in circulated condition, the design remains strong and recognizable. The light wear on Washington's hair and face tells a story of movement and use. This coin has traveled, exchanged hands, and lived a real life, exactly as it was meant to. The reverse side proudly honors the state of Georgia. The peach, the oak sprigs, and the state outline come together to represent growth, strength, and identity. Although circulation has softened some of the finer details, the message remains clear. This design was chosen to reflect Georgia's heritage and its role in American history, and it continues to do so even after years of use. The D mint mark is a small but powerful detail. It shows that this quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, adding a layer of collectability and origin. For many collectors, mint marks turn common coins into interesting variations, and the Denver strike gives this Georgia quarter its own distinct personality. Circulated condition gives this coin character. It may show surface marks, smoother edges, and signs of handling, but these features make it honest. Every scratch and worn area is proof that this quarter participated in daily commerce during a time when millions of people were excitedly searching their change. The Georgia 1999 quarter also carries strong nostalgia. It reminds many people of the first time they noticed a different design on a quarter. It brings back memories of saving coins in jars, comparing states, and feeling a small thrill when discovering a new one. This emotional connection often adds to a coin's appeal beyond its physical appearance. As one of the earliest state quarters, Georgia holds a special place in collections. It represents the starting line of a program that lasted years and captured national attention. Coins like this are reminders of how a simple idea transformed everyday money into something people cared about. Over time, many Georgia quarters have become heavily worn or lost. Finding one that still clearly shows its design, even in circulated condition, keeps the connection to that historic moment alive. Collectors often value these coins not for perfection, but for what they represent. This quarter teaches an important lesson. Something does not need to be rare at birth to become meaningful later. History, timing, and collective memory can all shape value. What once felt common can grow into something special as years pass. So the next time you encounter a Georgia commemorative quarter dated 1999 with a D mint mark, pause for a moment. Think about its journey from the Denver Mint into circulation and into the hands of people discovering the joy of coin collecting for the first time. In rare and exceptional situations, this coin has been associated with a value of $45,000.